right. Here's a continuation, actually, of a video I'd done way back, I think over 2 years ago. I Actually, I don't know if I did, but in case you didn't see it or in case I didn't put it together, this video is related to mounting or reassembling your vent windows on your B-body. In my case, it's for my 68 Charger. Everything you see here is original parts, everything. I took it all apart, got these guys all re-chromed, and if you can see closely, I still have the original studs. So there's this one and this one that are left. So these I can bang in and probably lay down some epoxy. Definitely you can see that it's Chrysler right there. So it's the original one, it's not a repop. The glass is the original one. I've also laid a piece of this thin rubber that's in between the glass and this this channel here that holds the glass. Re-chromed all the parts, so re-chromed this, and everything was re-chromed. Even on that side, I've also, this was polished, so this, you don't chrome this, you just polish it stainless. The rubber is intact. What I've used is the Meguiar's Glaze Professional Vinyl and Rubber Cleaner. This stuff is amazing. I use it wherever needed. Also this corner cap here that screws on. Mind you, a deficiency in my little work here. I didn't clean these out or sandblast them or zinc plate them, or actually even nickel plating them wouldn't be such a bad idea. I'm probably gonna pause my work and do these guys. So this little guy goes with this guy, and the rest go mount onto through the rubber on this this part here that goes into your window. So I will reassemble this and do my best to show everybody how it's done. So that we can so that I can help out anybody on how to reassemble this. Some of the things you'll need are what I use as punches, but to drive in these guys here, you're gonna need to hammer this in, lay down. So I put these moving towels, 2 of them, over my table. It's the only place I can do this. It's raining outside and I don't feel like being in my garage at the moment. A hammer, and what I'm going to be using is some JB Weld for steel, so so that we have a contact with this and that piece right there, because this goes like this, right, and it attaches. And if you see the holes line up right there, see these holes, they line up, and so it was a bit of a challenge to knock them out. So there was 1, 2, and 3 that I had to knock out. So I will use these 2 studs that are sticking out for a new reference, and obviously apply some JB Weld and apply enough pressure so that it will hold. Obviously you do this when you have mounted, I mean, you can do this before you mount the glass, is what I'm trying to say here. And that's pretty much how you do it. So I'm gonna put pause, go clean up these screws, make them look nice again, and we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back now. So what I've done is I went to zinc plate my screws, and this is how they look like. So there's 4 screws, and so there's one that goes over here. Once you put the window in, you fasten it. with that screw, and there's two that go in here, and so one goes on this brace and the other one goes to hold on this rubber piece that I was showing you earlier on. And so at the moment I went ahead and put some JB weld and holding them down, so I'm clamping them down really tight. So what I've done is I've used the edges of these punches to put through the channel here and to apply more pressure. The sad thing is I gotta wait for at least a good 24 hours for it to completely settle. Once it's settled, I will punch those rivets in so that we got that extra hold, and then we're done. Once that's completed, I'll just put the rubber along with the glass in here and fasten this nut. Now this guy here goes on the window, and it actually goes right here, and I'll show you later on. So this is the one that when you open the window, it'll pivot on this little stud right there. So all that to come in the next step. So I gotta break for now, and we'll continue the video tomorrow, which you guys won't even notice a thing. This is the passenger, this is the driver's side that I'm working on at the current time. I'll also be doing the passenger side maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, and be done with this, and we should be good after that. So that's it for now. I'll be back in the next little while. All right, okay, so this is an update to my video. So I've gone ahead and put the rubber weather stripping. The only issue I'm having is right here, a little difficulty just jamming this guy in, but for the rest it went pretty well. Using again this Meguiar's rubber stuff there, the vinyl rubber, it kind of makes it way easier to slide it in, and obviously it'll dry up, and it's a good conditioner for the rubber, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it'll absorb or not, but I managed to put it back on nice and dry. And you see here there's the hole, nice clear view of the hole, and this locking for the latching of the glass and the rubber, you know, are good. One little trick is just make sure that all these flaps, all these guys are out of the way, and make sure that you jam this guy in the corner as much as you can right here. Still trying to play with it a bit more. Maybe that's why I'm having difficulty here putting this in. Obviously if this is not going to go in, it's going to prevent the window from closing, so it's probably going to have to stretch it up. Hopefully I'm not going to have to remove it, but if you can lubricate as much as you can with this guy here, it'll make your life way easier. So so once you've completed this, it's very simple. You just slide the window in. There's like a stud for the glass, slide it through here. There's two little pins. You put the pin in the hole and to fasten it, and then there's a screw that you screw on this side here to lock it up. And then you have on the other side, the outer side of the vent window, you have this guy here, where the piece of chrome that goes on this, and it screws onto the glass and fasten everything. So I'll make an updated video once everything is done. So these things are solid and finished. Waited about good 15 hours for the epoxy, the JB weld, to finally cure, and trying not to manipulate too much, and also hammered with the these punches here, hammered those little nipples, whatever the heck you want to call them, from you know, so just hammered them, and right here, and it worked out really well. So I'll be back in a while to show you the final result, and hope this helped everybody. Again, just make sure that all these little flaps are sticking out on all sides, and double check, make sure that everything is in properly. you're gonna have to play around with it and move it around. Just make sure that it's sealed properly. Here on this guy right here, there's a screw here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just put some sun here, some light. So there's a screw right there, and there's another one for that rubber piece right there. So these two screws, you can put those while it's drying, or actually when you clamp it down. I use these plastic clamps here. Ozzy, good boy, you're a star. Coors Light, baby. Anyways, so that's about it for now. I'll be right back, and for you guys it'll be seconds. For me it'll be hours. So thanks for watching. All right, so here's the final result. She's all done. This is how it looks like. So this is the driver's side. Managed to screw this guy in. You see, there's two little pieces of plastic that go over this piece and that piece here. All right, so there's a piece of plastic that goes in there and through the hole. There's the little pin that goes here. It's kind of like a stopper that stops right here and right here. The one I took out, for some reason, it's a little bit big, and probably gonna find something a little smaller. There's one screw. So you got three different types of screws, right? I showed you one that goes here and one that drives here. The smaller one goes here. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. The flathead one, not the flathead, but the tapered one is for this guy here. The big fat stubby one, sort of like a coarse thread, is this guy, and the other one goes here. And I'm pretty sure some of you will figure it out. Just bag them when you bag your stuff, and then the small teeny weeny one goes here. So the little pin that I was talking about goes in here, so when you open the vent window, it'll appear, and then you need to repin it. I'll have to look for something a little bit smaller, and then tap it in there with a little hammer and make sure that it's secure. So this is the driver one. It's all done. I'm so happy. You'll have to excuse the glasses, all dirty, full of grease. So, but one down, one to go, and I'll be doing the passenger side shortly. So this is how it looks like, pretty much. The final result. Look at that, original parts off of my '68 Charger, and I am so happy. So I can put this away, and when it'll come time to assemble the windows and the doors and all that, I'll have these guys back in there. Obviously I'm gonna have to remind myself where these fasteners go, whatever fasteners required for this. So I'll probably do a video later on when the car is all assembled, and then kind of show you. If I have the time, I will show you how to install these and install the windows and the doors and go from there. So thanks very much for watching, and thank you for subscribing and your support, guys. Take care.